Hello everyone, my name is Austin and today I've got a guide for you to help you out on your Galactic Conquest adventure. I truly believe Galactic Conquest is one of the better modes that you can play on this game, and it's been truly exciting to see so many new players that are playing this category. Whether you're new to speedrunning and are looking for a legitimate guide, or a seasoned veteran who wants to take a crack and hasn't played in a while, I hope this guide is helpful. In this video, we will be taking a look at the Republic Galactic Conquest. Here is something important to know before we get started regarding the game. Capturing command posts is a necessity. If you have a majority of command posts in the battle, the enemy's reinforcement ticker slowly bleeds. However, this does not mean that the more you capture, the faster it bleeds. All you need is the majority. So if there's 6 command posts, you need 4. 5 command posts, you need 3, so on and so forth. Now for the Galactic Conquest portion of this video. I go through each map by itself, including space, telling you my thought process and what has worked for me. I include both the base gameplay as a soldier, and I include the hero in most worlds. A couple of things to keep in mind throughout this video. I personally believe that hero is the way to go for most, if not all of these bonuses if you can afford them. If you cannot afford hero, I like to go with the auto turret bonus when you are a ground soldier, so you can have some defense while you try and capture other command posts. As we start, I would like for everyone to keep in mind that this is not the be-all end-all guide for Galactic Conquest. This is solely for your use to get started or to help brainstorm other ideas. All of these ways have helped me beat the speedrun pretty quickly. However, this is 100% not the only way to do things. If you get any ideas or find things that work better, great. Again, this is only for those that are starting out and want a baseline guide, or for those who want ideas to help brainstorm. Furthermore, all of these runs were recorded in instant action, as some maps you solely have to rely on a defense to actually fight in, so it's just much easier instead of going through the actual Galactic Conquest game mode. I replicated the AI number and how heroes work to the best of my ability. Without further ado, let's talk about the Republic Galactic Conquest. Some important information to know: the enemy CIS will only spawn on Mustafar, Utapau, and Geonosis, and your Republic ship will only spawn on Coruscant, Naboo, and Kamino. You can use that information to help you guide if you want to try and route mid-game, or as soon as you load, where you think the enemy will go and where you want to go. Alright, it is time for Coruscant. This is a rough side for the Republic, but if you follow these steps, it should be consistent. And if you're confident enough, you will be able to win off a command post instead of reinforcement depletion. However, don't be surprised if it goes all the way down for reinforcement depletion. If you start off as base trooper, immediately spawn and rush command post 5. By the time you get there, with the mass amount of droids that head up to command post 5, they will 100% capture it. There's nothing you can do about it. You will have to fight your way through the tunnel and take out any droids. Once you neutralize command post 5, rush command post 6, the droid's main spawn. By this point, the Republic should have captured command post 4 and command post 2 for you, while they are about to capture command post 5 because you neutralized it. Once you neutralize command post 6, the droids will have command post 1, the most open command post in the map. This is where, depending on if you're confident, you can win as capping as a base soldier, or if you're not confident, with the droids cornered at the bottom, reinforcement depletion should be quick. You can either choose to rush the command post and fight there, or just stay in the main area and fight. It's totally up to you. If you're feeling bold, you can capture the command post. If not, just drain the reinforcements for the droids. Now, if you play Coruscant as hero Mace Windu, it is the exact same route. But instead, you will actually get to command post 5 way faster than the droids, because Jedis are broken, obviously, you know this. So what this means is that instead of having to recap or re-neutralize command post 5, you will get there to fend off the droids that are coming up the staircase, instead of them already coming through and going to CP4 or coming out to the main area again. Once you clear out all the droids on the staircase at command post 5, don't capture command post 5, let your teammates do that. You will go to the main droid spawn room, command post 6, fight off any droids, neutralize that command post, and then here is where I would be a little bit bold and just go to command post 1 and capture that, because you have a ton of health as Mace Windu. You can spam saber throws, you can spam your dash attack, you will be 100% fine. Yeah, in the video, you will see that I have a lot of trouble because there's droidicas and stuff, but that will not really pertain to Galactic Conquest unless you're super unlucky. Because obviously in instant action, the droids have all their troops. In Galactic Conquest, they do not. So yeah, you will have a much easier time than I do, but I figured I should just let you know that anyways. So yeah, once you capture Command Post 1, your teammates should have captured everywhere else, and you will have to wait for the victory countdown. If you get unlucky, it is pretty easy, like spamming saber throws and stuff to deplete the reinforcement count for the droids. So. Alright, now time for Dagobah. Dagobah is really rough for the Republic in my opinion, and most of the time you will have to win off of reinforcement depletion instead of command post captures, but you can get lucky. Here's what I do, but Dagobah is honestly such an open map that I think you could probably come up with something better, but this is just what works for me. What I do is, as base trooper or Yoda, who is your hero, I rush command post 6. I half capture the command post. Now, you might be thinking, why don't you fully capture it? Because it will be fully capped for your team if you do, because it's neutral. In my times of playing Dagobah and grinding the save load category of this, I noticed that it was actually way faster, and you actually kind of manipulate the AI in a way to where if you half cap it and then go on the offensive and attack the droids, they really like don't push back. And if you're successful and you kill all the droids, you can run past to go to CP5. This will really allow you to be on offensive for most of the battle. Yeah, so once you half cap CP6, your allies will fully cap it for you. And then you rush CP5. But please watch out for the mines. The droids like to lay down a lot of mines, especially if they have assault droid in your Galactic Conquest, so just be careful. Once you fully capture Command Post 5, you will fight for your life at Command Post 4. I like to be bold and try and capture it, but I also wouldn't blame you if you just fought there to get the reinforcement depletion. If you're a base soldier, I would go for the reinforcement depletion, but if you're a Yoda, I would actually suggest trying to capture the command post while dash attacking. Yoda's dash attack is pretty good. So yeah, just again, watch out for the mines, and you should have a good time on Dagobah. Alright, time for Felucia, which, by the way, is honestly one of the worst maps of all time for Conquest mode. However, the legend himself, Circles308, has found a relatively consistent strat for this side of the map. What you want to do, whether you have base troop or you opted for the hero bonus, which for Felucia, I highly suggest the hero bonus, you will spawn at Command Post 6. However, do not spawn as Ayla right away. So once you spawn as the base trooper, do not hit F1 or whatever your keybind is to accept a hero. Wait. Utilize that 30-second timer that you have. While you're utilizing this timer, you will rush the base of Command Post 5, which is the tree command post, and take out any droids that are there. This will stop them from rushing CP6 right away. Once your hero timer gets low, you will then spawn as Ayla and spawn at Command Post 2, and then rush Command Post 3. Taking out any droid stragglers that you see on the way. Once you neutralize and take out the droids at Command Post 3, rush Command Post 4 and neutralize that, taking out any droids. By this time, there should have been enough time for the droids to kind of regather themselves at Command Post 5, and they will re-push Command Post 6. So after you neutralize Command Post 4, you hurry over to Command Post 6, take out the droids, and then you will basically win by reinforcement depletion. I found this way to be the easiest way. You will just go up the base of the tree and just saber throw, dash attack, whatever you want. And then, yeah, that's basically it for hero. If you don't have a hero and you have just base trooper and auto turret or whatever bonus you have, what I would do is I would rush CP5, spawn at CP6 and then rush CP5 like normal. But instead of respawning, obviously you can't, just neutralize Command Post 5. Once you neutralize Command Post 5, some Republic teammates should follow you. Sometimes they don't. But by this point, you rush CP4, and if you get super lucky, your teammates will also neutralize CP3. So CP4 will always be a huge fight. But yeah, I would, if you're a base troop, rush CP5, neutralize it, then go to CP4, and kind of just follow the flow of the game because every Felucia is different. If you get lucky, your teammates will help you neutralize. Honestly, they can help you neutralize both CP3 and CP4 while you neutralize CP5. But sometimes you just don't get lucky and you kind of just have to follow the flow of the map. It is now time for Geonosis. I highly suggest using Mace Windu for this one. The strat that we use, once again thanks to Circles, is you're going to spawn at CP4 as Mace Windu and you will rush the far back enemy command post 1. Circles found it more consistent by not, and I repeat, not attacking any droids until you get to command post 1, in which you will take out any droids outside by saber throws or any droids that come into the command post with also saber throws. This is the important part. You must 99% capture it, but do not fully capture it and turn it blue. When it is almost all the way full, you rush command post 2 and neutralize it, taking out any struggling droids and Geonosians that you can find. Finally, rush command post 3 and neutralize that. Once you do this, all 3 enemy command posts should be neutralized. Wander around the map, finding any droids that you can, killing them, and allow your teammates to cap. If they don't cap, it's okay. It is much more important to go around the map, killing any droids that you can find, and then capping each command post yourself, than having to play a game of Wild Goose Chase all around the map of Geonosis by capturing all the CPs right away, but finding out that a droid straggled their way all the way to command post 4 or command post 7, and then you have to run across the map. Just neutralize all 3 command posts, take out any struggling droids around that area, and hopefully your teammates will help cap, and if not, just worry about the droids first after you neutralize. And if you find that while you're neutralizing CP3 that the droids are retaking CP1 or 2, you're going to have to rush it. You just got to be quick with it. So yeah, I highly suggest using Mace Windu for this strat. Alright, it is time for Kamino. Just kidding. If the droids move to Kamino to attack it, just hit your escape button and quit. You lose the map, you won't have to defend it, you won't have to retake Kamino, it's just gone. So yeah, it's worth a lot than repeating defenses on a really bad map. Alright, it is Kashyyyk time. Kashyyyk is one of the easier maps for conquest on both sides of the map, and it heavily tilts in the favor of the human player, which is you. For Republic, I highly recommend the base trooper and no hero, as it will help you save credits. You will spawn at command post 3 and take a speeder bike all the way to CP2. Be careful of wrist rockets and missiles in general. After you fight for your life at command post 2, capture it while taking out any struggling droids that are coming over from command post 1. Once you clear those droids out, take your bike to command post 1 and capture that, while keeping an eye on command post 2. Most of the time, the Republic will follow and help reinforce command post 2, but don't 100% guarantee on it. Once the victory timer comes up, take a peek at command post 3 with your scope. Sometimes droids can make it all the way out there and will neutral it, so just make sure you're not falling asleep at this point. Pretty easy map to win. Alright, Mos Eisley time. This is a pretty similar route for both base trooper and hero, but I would still stick with hero and go Obi-Wan here. What you will do is spawn at CP1 as Obi-Wan or the base trooper and rush to CP6. Once you take out the droids and neutralize command post 6, either jump up to the top of the hangar as Obi for command post 5 or run around the backside as a base trooper. You then fully capture command post 5, you take out any droids that you can see in the hangar, and then rush command post 4. Sometimes your teammates will capture command post 4, so you will get the victory timer pretty quickly, but most of the time you will have to fight like hell to take it back. Sometimes your teammates will also lose your first command post 3. This is when the level becomes a pain in the ass, but I would say most of the time you will be okay by taking this route. Same with the base trooper. You rush 6, go around the back for 5, and then rush 4. Alright, Mustafar time. This is a really fun route created by Circles. Circles really helped with the Republic part of Galactic Conquest in general. It is hard to show it off in the instant action, which I had to do for this video, but in Galactic Conquest it will be way easier, so I'm still going to show you it. As long as you didn't buy the engineer class, this should work 100% of the time, honestly. So what you would do, you would spawn as Obi-Wan, you get the hero bonus to spawn as Obi-Wan, and then you spawn at CP5. You will then destroy the bridge console as shown in the video. What this will do is funnel the droids from command post 0 to command post 4 and 3. After you destroy the console, rush command post 4, fight all the droids there and neutralize it. Once you do this, you jump down to Command Post 3, fight for your life there, and neutralize that command post. After that, it is all about easy reinforcement depletion. The droids will only spawn at CP0, which is a tight and narrow bridge, and you can spam Saber Throw for easy work. If you end up not having a hero, I suggest a different route. I would still spawn at Command Post 5, but instead of destroying the console, you actually rush Command Post 0 across the bridge. It should not be too difficult. Once you neutralize Command Post 0, rush Command Post 4 and capture that. You will still end this level with reinforcement depletion, as 32 droids at the bottom platform where CP3 is way too much for a base trooper, but you can spam grenades and your pistol and get quick kills, guaranteeing a win. Alright, Mygeeto time. This level is contentious and high energy for both base soldier and hero. You will take the exact same route for both. You will spawn at Command Post 2 as either soldier or Kiadi and rush Command Post 4. If you are a soldier, I would just go straight for the command post and get some cover in the little tower where the command post is and take out droids that way. If you are Kiadi, however, I would do some dash attacks before you get to the command post, attacking droids and stopping them from going to Command Post 2. This is where the route becomes different. If you are the base soldier, you can try and be bold and rush Command Post 5, but I personally found that to have little success. Because of that, you will just have to hold them on the bridge and do reinforcement depletion. On the flip side, if you are Kiadi Mundi, you will not fully capture CP4. You will instead 99% cap it like you did on Geonosis as Mace Windu. After you 99% cap CP4, you rush CP5, dash attacking and saber throwing the droids on the bridge to stop them from advancing. Once you reach CP5, try and get the attention of the droids by spamming saber throw. Once you neutralize the CP, double check the map to make sure the droids are not capturing either CP2, 3, or 4. If they are, rush them and try and stop them. If not, then fully capture CP5 and hopefully your teammates have cleared the rest so there are no problems. Alright, it is Naboo time. This is really a rough map for this side, but Circles has found a consistent way for, at the very least, the hero side of this. What you're going to do as Obi-Wan is spawn at CP4, the central command post, and then rush Command Post 6. Once you get to the command post, you will hop in an AAT and drive it to the water. This influences the droids to not get into an AAT for the rest of the level, so this is super important for when you have to defend Command Post 4. After you neutralize and take out any straggling droids, you rush Command Post 5. At this point, I would not be shocked if the droids either neutralize Command Post 4 or already captured it, so just be wary of that. Capture Command Post 5 and then rush Command Post 4 if it is captured by the droids. If it isn't, there's still going to be a fight at Command Post 4, so you being there will tilt the fight in your favor, and then you are more than welcome to rush Command Post 1. 20% of the time, in my opinion, the Republic will take over Command Post 1 for you, but do not expect that to happen every time. If you run as a base soldier and not a hero, there's not really a strat for this. I found similar success and failures like each attempt for rushing either CP1, CP5, or CP6. If you could try and pull off like the hero strat by getting to CP6 and getting into the AAT, driving into the water before the droids get there, that would work awesome. But I wouldn't like stretch yourself out over it. But yeah, for soldier and auto turret, like just do what you can. Naboo's a rough map, so. Alright, Polis Massa time. This is really rough for the Republic, for either the base soldier or the hero, to be honest, because the map is so heavily tilted in favor of the CIS side of the map. Personally, I prefer running base soldier here, and once again, like always, shout out to Circles for finding the strat. But yeah, you're going to spawn at Command Post 3 and rush Command Post 4. While you do this, you will go down the right hallway, clear any droids, and then double back to the left hallway. Once you're in the left hallway, clear out those droids, and then go back to the right side, the right hallway, and head down to CP4. This will be a tough fight, so don't be surprised if you get deaths here. Once you capture CP4, it is all about defending that command post majority for reinforcement depletion. I have a tendency to want to rush CP5, so you can do that to guarantee at least another CP, but don't be surprised if the droids retake Command Post 4 and maybe even push for Command Post 3. If they don't, though, you will have easy access to reinforcement depletion on the stairs towards Command Post 6. Your hero here is Yoda, and I really don't like the ketamine frog when it's on a map like this. So I would, if you were to go with Yoda, I would still try and utilize the same route, going down the right hallway, clearing those droids, going to the left hallway, clearing those droids, and then going back down the right hallway. But it's just really painful as Yoda, so yeah, that's why I really prefer the base one. Alright, next is Utapau. This map is really interesting for this side because you can either get super lucky or feel the pain of 1000 bursts all at once. I would really suggest Obi-Wan here. If you take Obi-Wan, you can rush all the way to Command Post 1 and try and distract all the droids by attacking them on the ramp to stop them from capturing CP2. I would say this works about 50% of the time, but honestly, you take those chances. After you neutralize CP1, you take out any stragglers around that command post. If the droids capture Command Post 2, rush that and take it back. If not, and there's no threat to it from the droids, then rush Command Post 3 as the droids most likely have captured that as well. If you get super lucky, then all you have to do is take out the struggling droids and finish the captures at Command Post 1 and 3. But I wouldn't count on that though. If you go with base soldier, I would try and do the same thing, but capture Command Post 2 first while taking out droids on the ramp, and then rush Command Post 1, followed by Command Post 3. Alright, the final land map, Yavin 4. This one is a rough one all around, but especially for Republic. It doesn't matter what you do, either base soldier and auto turrets, or hero, which is Mace Windu, but it'll come down to reinforcement depletion. This is a map that is imperative for you to get majority command posts. You will spawn at Command Post 5 at the reflecting pool, and rush the viaduct at Command Post 3. Once you capture Command Post 3, rush Command Post 4 and capture it. By this point, there will be a lot of droids coming up from Command Post 2, but you can handle it. After you capture Command Post 4, rush down to the pool and capture Command Post 2. At this point, the only droids that will be coming are from the bridge at Command Post 1, which include a lot of AATs. This is where the fight really takes shape and where the reinforcement depletion happens the most. Be careful though. The CIS likes to take back the viaduct by sneaking behind you, so just keep an eye on that. Even if you do lose it, you should still have majority and depletion will still happen. But don't try and win on full command post completion. CP1 is such a full CP, like it's double the time, so that's why I wouldn't suggest going for your CP completion. Just go for the reinforcement depletion. Alright, it is time for the space maps. Once again, a shout out to JC who got all this footage for you and showed off all the ship clips that we will be talking about, and even the save strats. I could not have done this without him and his help, so I will leave a link to his YouTube and his speedruns in the description below. Please show him some support. He definitely deserves all of it. So yeah, now it is time to talk about the Space Felucia layout. This layout is with 2 frigates and both main ships facing head-on. The safe version of this layout. You get into an LAAT, take shots at both the life support and the engines, and land in the CIS hangar. Shooting the life support and engine is super important because you will get double points once you detonate them from the inside. After you do this, you will stay in the ship and continue to kill enemy droids, getting points. The risky strat for this map is to take a V-Wing, and once you leave the Republic hangar, go almost straight up to get a bunch of height while boosting. Once you run out of boost, level out and do a bombing run on the opposite CIS frigate. Do 3 more bombing runs to destroy the frigate, and then find the droid gunship. It is okay if you can't find the gunship, but it would be nice to have those 15 extra points and set up for feature points. After you destroy the gunship, shoot at the life support and the visible engine on the side of the CIS ship. Afterwards, you will do a ship clip by going horizontal with your ship, following the line on the CIS ship, and then clip right next to the dark square that is set up on the ship. Once you successfully clip, you take a shot at the other engine and then do a bombing run in the hangar on the gunship you killed earlier. This will continuously spawn as long as you destroy it, giving you extra points. After the first gunship, go to the other side of the hangar in the ship clip and destroy the internals from your V-Wing to get those double points that we talked about in the safe strat. Once internals are destroyed, destroy the shield generator so you can attack the sensor relay on the back of the CIS ship, while also continuing to do bombing runs on the hangar until 180 points. Alright, time for the Space Kashyyyk layout. This is the layout where there's one frigate each and the main ships are parallel to each other. The safe strat is to take a V-wing and shoot at the life support and engines. As mentioned before, if you do this, it will help later. Next, target the droid gunship that comes out of the CIS hangar for an easy 15 points. Land in the CIS hangar and detonate the internal engine and life support, then take on the troops to get points. The risky strat includes using the V-wing once again and doing the exact same thing. Take shots on the life support and engine, and then clip like it was shown in Felucia. Follow the same process of destroying internals and doing bombing runs on the hangar. The one distinct difference from Space Felucia layout and the Space Kashyyyk layout is that you do not destroy the shield generator in Kashyyyk. Finally, there is a riskier strat in which you take a Republic starfighter, shoot at the life support, land in the CIS hangar, and then take the CIS strike bomber to clip. This is a very difficult clip as the CIS strike bomber is wider, but practice makes perfect. You then follow the same strats as before. Destroy internals and do bombing runs on the hangar. I do not recommend the CIS strike bomber strat if you are starting out, but the safe strat and even the first ship clip with the V-wing are very possible for new runners. Alright, finally the Space Mygeeto layout. This is the layout with the 3 frigates and the ships at an angle towards each other. The safe strat for this is taking a V-wing and taking shots at the engines and life support, landing in the CIS ship and destroying the internals for double points. Afterwards, I would suggest getting into a CIS bomber and then taking out the 3 frigates and the shield on the outside, continuing to get 18 plus points for each. For the risky ship clip, you can take a V-wing, take shots at the engines and life support, and destroy at least one, if not both, droid gunships, and then clip in like you normally would with a V-wing, following the line with a horizontal ship and then clipping in. When you clip, immediately focus on the gunships, because if you don't continue to destroy them, they will take off and most likely never get destroyed from your teammates. So you lose out on a lot of points when clipped if you don't destroy them. A little thing I like to remind myself to keep in my brain, the internal engines and the internal life supports will always stay there. They will never leave. But the gunships will leave. So get the gunship points first. Even if you're just going back and forth trying to get them, you want those points. Finally, the super risky strat for the Space Mygeeto layout is taking a Republic starfighter into the CIS hangar, taking off in a CIS strike bomber, destroying a gunship, and then clipping into the ship with a bomber. Once again, it's a wide ship, so be careful. If you go for clipping, I would suggest with the V-wing first instead of the bomber, but if you're confident, go for it. That'll do it for the Republic Galactic Conquest guide for the No Save Load category. If you guys enjoyed this guide, please leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy more speedrunning content. Thank you so much to everyone who helped me out with this guide, including JC, Circles, MaxiFacty, with the strat ideas and clips. Yeah, again, this is not the end-all be-all version for the guide. If you have other strats or like something different, go for it. This is kind of meant just like as a baseline to kind of help you get those consistent times and get honestly decent at the game. I mean, these strats help me get good at the game, so I think they can help you as well. But yeah, if you haven't already, please make sure to check out the other 3 videos I have for each of the Galactic Conquest factions. It will help me a ton if you support it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.